All right. Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Antonio Johnson here with you again. And we're going to talk about something that I really think is important. And first of all, I want to thank you for finding me. This is going to be one of my toughest, hardest marketing messages to deliver. And I got to be serious when I do this. I don't know you and you don't know me, but I'm going to say it to you, okay? Because if the guy who was training you or the manager who was training you told this to you, you would hate him and you'd be mad. You can't get mad at me because I don't know you. Got it? I'm going to simply say this. If you started a marketing job and it's been 2 weeks and you still having trouble doing what you need to do, it's because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to learn marketing faster. All right. It is not difficult to learn how to market. First of all, get that out of your mind. Everything in marketing is just repetition. All right. It's not like going to college. You remember back in the college days, you'd have a test tomorrow and you'd stay up all night and cram to take a test the next day. You would pass the test and that's it. But if someone walked over to you and asked you a question about that same stuff you crammed for, you wouldn't even know any of the answers, because marketing doesn't work like that. You're trying to improve a skill set, and a skill set is something that you can do without thinking about it. Meaning if I walked to you and asked you a question, you would know the answer because you've learned the skill. Okay? So you don't cram. You spend a little bit of time every day working on a small part of what it is you're trying to learn. For example, if someone handed you a sheet of paper like this, and they said to you, learn all of that. Don't just sit at home and go through the whole thing. Don't do that. Break it down into pieces and learn a piece at a time. Does that make sense? Stack on top of it. Learn it. Like, for example, learn A, learn A, learn A, learn A, learn AB, learn AB, learn AB, learn AB, learn AB, learn ABC, learn ABC, learn ABC, learn ABC, learn ABCD, ABCD, ABCD. Stack on top of it until you know the one line before you add the line. That's going to help you learn. And you got to block time. Like, you got to block time. In one of my other videos, I said this. Learn to block time. Set aside time every day, 20 or 30 minutes, and work on that same thing until you're confident about it. All right. And first and foremost, if you're not a person who's serious about learning, you're just going to go home, throw your notebook to the side, and try to live off of memory, and you're going to be awful. And even if you get by, you're still not going to be good, because you can't teach anybody that. You want to get good at teaching people how to learn fast so you can build your marketing career. Because if you make it in the marketing career, you can get a job anywhere you want. But here's the other thing. You can train other people very well, which is going to make your value go up. You're going to be worth more than everybody around you, because not only are you good at marketing, but you know how to teach other people how to market. You're not looking at people going, well, I can do it, why can't you? No. The reason why other people can't do it is there's no system that you've learned so that you can teach people in the simplest form how to learn this stuff quickly. All right. Take shorter breaks. Listen, don't just try to sit down for 3 straight hours and study something. I would rather you spend 20 minutes on something, take a 10 to 15 minute break, relax, come back and spend another 20 minutes on it, take another 10 to 15 minute break. Because that's what successful people do. They don't sit up and just do everything like that. They break their time up. Kobe Bryant would get up super early in the morning, I think like 3 a.m. in the morning. He'd work out from 3 to maybe 5, go take a break in the middle of the day, come back between 10 and 12, go back in the middle of the day and go back at another time. And that's what made him so great. You got to take those breaks. And you got to learn to use your emotions so you can learn quick. You got to give yourself a reason to learn. Why are you learning, right? Why do you need to get this presentation down? Use your emotions, a feeling. Find a reason to learn. What do I mean by that? Do you need a new car in the next year? That's a reason to learn. Do you want to get your parents out of a hole? That's a reason to learn. Do you want to go back to that old job that you hated, where you worked your butt off and didn't make any more money than what you made? Then that's a reason to learn. Don't just do it because someone told you. That's not going to be enough. You need that emotional connection. You need a reason why you're going to learn. And that's going to make you learn faster. The other thing, you need to use mentors. Use a bunch of mentors. Ask people questions about what you're trying to figure out so they can give you a perspective. Does that make sense? Right? You can think to yourself, oh, I learned this way. But maybe learning this way is wrong because you think because you got out of college, because you cram, you think you can cram in learning marketing, learning presentations, learning all your systems. No, you got to put in time to learn a skill set. Remember, a skill set means you know it by memory. No one has to even remind you of what it is. You don't have to think about it. It comes naturally because you put in the work. You don't get skills because you cram. Skills come from practice, repetition. Passing tests comes from cramming. Cramming is not a skill set. Passing tests is not going to help you make it in the marketing world. It's not going to help you make it in the real world. Okay? Just because you know it the next day doesn't mean anything. I need you to know it 2 weeks from now. I need you to know it 3 days from now. I need you to know it 4 days from now. All right? So my question to you is, are you putting in the time? Or are you lying to yourself? Stop lying to yourself. If you've been on your job and it's been 2 weeks and you haven't made at one sale, you are not serious. Stop playing. All right? You either need to get your act together or quit. You need to get your act together or quit. Because here's the truth. Whatever your problem is, you can find it online. You found me, right? So I'm going to say it again. Learn faster. Be serious. Break down your learning into pieces. Deconstruct and then construct. And learn. Practice. Put in the time. Last and not least, I almost forgot. Have a positive energy all the time. Have a positive energy all the time. All right. Some people get in themselves in marketing and they only base the learning off of getting a yes. That is not how you do it. You learn and you base the marketing of that learning curve off of little things that you do. Like, for example, I got to the part, lights went out. Hold on a second. All right. I got to the part where I was able to ask them, what's the most important thing that they noticed about what I showed them? Like, those are the measurements that you go by. I got the person to say, wow, in the first 30 seconds. I got the person to listen to reasons as to why what I was telling them mattered. Like, those are measurements. I got the person to lean in and listen. I got the person to ask me a question within the first minute and a half. That's how you measure the growth in little parts to make you successful, because what it makes you do is focus on the skill set instead of just getting a yes or a no. Because here's the problem with a yes or no. There's nothing to learn in that. You do something and then somebody tells you yes or no and you're like, oh, let me find another. It's those little pieces, right? I hope this helped you. I hope you go and be serious about studying. I hope you get and you grow fast. If you're not getting it quick, it's because you're doing something wrong, and you need to really, really ask yourself the question, am I serious? Have I found my why? Have I found the reason why I'm here? Is there something connect? Because you got to understand, the number one thing that can make you the most money fast is sales and marketing, nothing else. Because at the end of the day, if nobody's making a sale, that business is going out of business. The first people to get fired are the folks that don't have nothing to do with sales. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. You're securing your future by learning how to do marketing and sales. Put in the work.